Instead of criticizing them, Obama just supported anti-Trump protesters. Oh my God! Instead of criticizing the anti-Trump protesters and rioters who are protesting against democratically elected President Trump, Obama gave them support. How is this normal? If Trump had done that in reverse case, he would have been declared the enemy of the state. Liberals are used to this kind of double standard. They are sore losers and huge whiners. All they know is to cry and to whine, all their political and everyday life. Nothing is fair to them. They feel entitled to everything. They are ultimate crybabies. According to IB Times, President Barack Obama did little to discourage the thousands of protesters who have taken to the streets to demonstrate against President-elect Donald Trump during a joint news conference with German Chancellor Angela Merkel on Thursday, the 17th of November. Instead, Obama gave some advice to the incoming president: get used to the protests. I've been the subject of protests during the course of my 8 years, Obama said, according to Politico. And I suspect that there's not a president in our history that hasn't been subject to these protests. The president went on to suggest anti-Trump protesters should not stop exercising their First Amendment right, which ensures freedom of speech. So, I would not advise people who feel strongly or who are concerned about some of the issues that have been raised during the course of the campaign. I wouldn't advise them to be silent. Voting matters, organizing matter, and being informed on the issues matter, he added. Obama noted that free speech is a core principle which should be respected. I can say across Europe that many principles that have been taken for granted here around free speech and around civil liberties and an independent judiciary and fighting corruption, those are principles that, not perfectly but generally we have tried to apply not just in our own country but also with respect to our foreign policy, he said. The remarks were Obama's most substantial yet on the protests that have erupted in cities across the U.S. since the surprising presidential elections on the 8th of November. Anti-Trump protesters, including high school and university students, have turned out in Boston, New York, Los Angeles and Washington, D.C. to call out the president-elect. They accuse of spreading racism and misogyny. Obama is so wrong here. He should have sent a message of peace and unity in America. That is smart and useful. How is useful to riot and use violence as reaction to democratically elected president? This is the start of a civil war in America. How can Obama do this? Is he okay with his brain? If you agree, please share and comment below. By sharing this story, you are helping Donald J. Trump to make America great again.